welcome to No Brainer MMA. What's going on, Dan?
What's good? What's good?
Crazy fights last night, huh?
Yeah, crazy. Fucking the Giga kick. First, like, I don't know why that was the first thing that came off my mind because Jiri, oh my god.
I know you went to the liver, but the crazy kick, that liver kick, unbelievable.
Yeah, the Giga kick is real.
Giga kick. Yeah.
He throws like the perfect, but like he has the best body kicks.
Yeah.
In MMA, I think right now.
Oh wow, crazy. He is amazing.
Like, just it's so technical, and he just like gets it under the elbow perfectly, you know.
And he's huge for the division. He's a monster.
He's gonna be a problem for years.
Yeah, for sure.
His striking is just so technical.
Yeah,
and just on a different level, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Merab, both dominant performances, I think.
Who and Merab?
Sean Strickland.
Yeah, I was a little upset Sean Strickland didn't get the finish. He could have finished that fight.
He was going for it. He's a tough dude. And then we split on the Kudalaba one. That was a draw. I liked that. That was pretty.
Yeah, Kudalaba literally has 0 gas tank.
Dude, he had like 8 takedowns in the first, and then next round he was just like slowed down probably by over like 70%.
I was gonna say 70%.
Yeah, he dude. But if he were to just kept his energy and like spaced that out for 3 rounds, that's a dominant performance.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have been able to take him down as much because Jacoby actually did a really good job of like getting back up every time. You know, like he got taken down 8 times in a round.
Yeah.
And people are saying like oh, easy 10-8 round. Like I don't think it was like a super easy 10-8 round.
No,
like
I
he landed those elbows at one point, but the rest were just him dragging him back down when he already had like he basically had the takedown secured, and it was him just it was Jacoby fighting his way back to his feet to get dumped back down.
Yeah.
So like those 8 takedowns weren't like, oh, he landed a perfect, you know, like some of Merab's takedown, like perfect level change into the takedown. It was more of him just dragging him down, and then Jacoby getting up, and then Kudalaba dropping it. Holy shit, I can't speak. Dragging him back down again. And then rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
And Jacoby's jab looks super nice in that fight. I'll say that.
His kickboxing is nice. He's got good kickboxing. But Merab, this is like the closest fight we've seen with Merab for a while, I think. Right? Even though it was dominant performance still, but it was closer than we've seen.
It very much improved.
Dude, unreal. Sarah Longo.
Yeah. What's it called? I don't think it's elite by any means. Like
he's getting there.
I it wouldn't be like on like an even Sean O'Malley level. Like
nah. He's got a crazy long reach, Merab, too. He had like a 4.5-inch reach advantage on little T-Rex arm Cody Stamann.
I mean, yeah, Stamann has shorter arms than a shorter wingspan than his reach, though. So he's gonna have a reach disadvantage against just about everybody.
Yeah,
like
I was surprised at how long Merab's like reach is though for like a 135er. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good, and it was a battle of wrestlers, you know.
Oh yeah.
So on to the main event, I feel like we gotta expand on that a little bit more. I tweeted out last night. I think Jiri is the next great UFC light heavyweight.
Right.
I was talking to Connor about this. I don't know if I'll see if Connor agrees. But yeah, the UFC has a history of this. Look back in the past. You got Randy Couture, you got Tito, you got Chuck, you got Rampage, even though it was for like one or two fights. You got John Jones, who's like the GOAT, you know, like GOAT talk, you know, GOAT conversation at the very least. He has a seat at that table already.
For sure.
DC, like the division's always had like one great, and I think Jiri is going to be the next one. he needs to fine tune his striking defense a little bit, but he reminds me of like he's Tony Ferguson like at 205, but he's got his own style.
Right.
It's just super awkward. Like he's fighting you in a phone booth and he doesn't care what damage he takes. He said he needs to improve on his defense. Like he was not like he was not happy with his performance after. I watched a post-fight presser and he was actually angry with how bad he fought. Like he thought he fought badly. He was like, I let him hit me with his left hand too much. I'm like, Dom Reyes is fucking elite. You knocked him out stiff. Like, this guy's got some serious potential. If he's thinking that's a bad performance, I want to see what a good performance is.
Yeah, I read somewhere that he said he likes to finish a fight in the first round. Like that's what he was disappointed that it went to the second round. And also I saw someone compare him to who did I see him what the fuck was it?
Speaking wise, I can kind of compare him to Habib.
That's who it was.
It was Habib?
No, it was Justin Gaethje.
Because they both waited until they were ready to fight in the UFC to get.
I just think like they're also like thrown like it all out there, move forward the entire time, like just keep like hunting down and like.
Yeah, that's a solid comparison.
Yeah, he's just like a version.
But Jerry's unique, man. Like he's different. Like no, I don't see people fighting like that.
Nah.
But well, do you agree that he has at least the potential to be the next great light heavyweight? Are you on the Jiri hype train?
I'm riding the Jiri hype train. So it's going to be Glover and Jan, right? That's the next fight. And I see Jan actually probably taking it again. Well, I don't know how you see that fight. I want Glover to win, but I think Jan is gonna win. You know what?
I'm gonna take Glover based on history.
Okay.
The light heavyweight division has that history of the one guy, but it also has the history of, oh, this guy has had one title defense, loses his belt. You know, this guy lost on his first title. You know, like
right back and forth.
It went from like Forrest to Rampage to, I mean, it went from Rampage to Forrest to Rashad to Lyoto Machida to Shogun and then to John Jones for 10 years.
Right.
Like, so it did bounce around a little bit, but
either way, no matter Glover or Jan, I think that Jiri is probably able to beat either guy.
I think he has the capability.
And looking at the top 5, I think that he beat Dom Reyes. He definitely beats Thiago Santos, in my opinion, who's ranked number 4. And I think he even beats Alexander Rakic, who's number 3 right now.
That would be that would be an interesting matchup to see because Rakic is super technical and
but I still think that Jiri's just better. He's just better than him.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
It's like a new school 205 Tony Ferguson, like I was saying, like he's just
unreal.
Fight you in a phone booth and just, you know.
Yeah, I heard
make it ugly. He'll have such it's so unorthodox his combos that he throws.
He was crazy. He was screaming in a forest before the fight to build up his chakras, and whatever Jiri, yeah.
Okay, I think I like this guy. He's reminding me now more, and that is Tony Ferguson.
That's Tony. That's also Jan Blachowicz with the noose.
What do you mean?
You don't know the noose?
No.
He found a guy that hung himself in the woods, and he kept the noose, and now he goes and he touches it, and like takes a walk in the woods with it before every fight, or something like that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Weird shit. And it works. The weirder you are, the better you are.
Yeah, I guess so.
We're just
yeah, I think it's time for us to jump into the card without a real main event yet. By the time this video is out, there should be the main event should be announced. It was originally going to be TJ Dillashaw, who loves EPO, and
Corey Sandhagen,
who would have slept him, but you know, That'll come. Don't worry, TJ Dillashaw is going to sleep soon, everybody.
Yeah,
no disrespect. Like I'm not trying to disrespect TJ Dillashaw that much.
Yes,
He is a very talented fighter, and his footwork is ridiculous. He's got great striking, but
we don't like him.
But I don't like him.
Yeah,
I don't like him. I never liked him.
You don't like him. He's a guy that you want in the UFC just so you like. He keeps getting his ass beat. You know, that's what you want to see.
Yeah, but he doesn't. Like he's champ level.
Yeah, he is. He's elite.
He's elite. Yeah, and we both went 8 of 10 on last night's card.
8, 10, and 1.
That's also counting the Randa Marcos fight where we both didn't. It was a DQ, so it is what it is. But what's
Close
it called?
fight. Close fight.
Close. Yeah, it was a fun fight.
It was. I didn't think it was gonna be so high paced. They went out there and they fucking were throwing hands. It was awesome.
They really went at it.
They were awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, before we get into the predictions, we got Donald Cerrone, who doesn't have an opponent. He was supposed to fight Diego Sanchez, who has now left the UFC.
Right.
And we got Tyler Santos, who is also missing an opponent. So we'll see what happens with those two. Once they do get opponents, we'll make a video on that, either add it onto this or we'll make a separate video just covering those two.
Yeah, if I make the separate video, I'll put them in the playlist. They'll all be there.
Totally. Yeah, so either way, you guys will see it.
Yeah, they'll see it. And yeah, it's kind of weird. It's a weird week, man. A weird week.
Yeah, weird week. No real main event yet.
Yeah, the odds aren't even out basically for like half the fucking fights.
Yeah,
weird.
So, we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. But, all right, we're gonna get right into it, Dan.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take the first one: Mike Trisano versus Ludwig Klein.
Yes, sir.
So Mike Trisano, 2-1 in the UFC, both wins by split decision. Hasn't fought in nearly 2 years to the day, coming off his first pro loss from Dwight Grant, where he was subbed in the second round. He has an undefeated 6-0 amateur record and 2 exhibition tough fights. So he does have more experience than his 8-1 record shows. He wins mostly by decision. He's a stand-up fighter, though. Pretty well-rounded. But he's taken on Ludwig Klein, who is somebody who may or may not be on my prospect to watch video that should be out by Sunday. The deadline is Sunday. Yes. I already officially made it. Yes. He's got a 17-2 record. He's coming off a UFC debut win over Shane Young, where he KO'd him in a minute. Just went out there, starched him. He's got really technical.
No joke either.
Yeah, he's good. He's good, and we've seen him recently come back from that and do well. Really technical and crisp boxing. 16 out of 17 wins have been finishes, 8 subs, 8 KOs. He's currently riding an 8-fight winning streak. This fight I see definitely staying on the feet and just Klein just being the far better striker out of the two and probably taking it by finish.
Yeah, the odds are reflectory to what you're saying, and I'm going to agree with you. Even though Mike Trisano has wins over Luis Pena and Joe Giannetti, he is coming off that submission loss to Grant Dawson. But that was in May of 2019. So this is basically a 2-year layoff, and he's now fighting a fucking prospect, 26 years old, entering his prime, Slovakia, Eastern European boxer, basically. Like, dude, this guy's punches and that head kick, like he's just a dope striker in general. He's just not like,
oh yeah,
I know he has a boxing background, but like he has submission wins. I mean, he has a couple submission losses in there. He has a submission loss in there, but that was back in 2017. He was only 23 at the time. I just don't see Mike Trisano standing much of a chance against Klein. I think this is another build-up fight for Klein. Only his second fight in the UFC. They're going to build him up slowly. The Eastern European product is going to get it done.
Totally.
Probably by KO.
Totally agree. I'm glad we're agreeing on the first one. So, yeah, we're both going Ludwig Klein.
Yes, sir.
Right to start it off like that. We're going to move right into the next one. Tafon Ninchuqui versus Jayang Park. Is that how you say it?
So I'm going to start off with Jun Yan Park. He's 30 years old, 5'10", 73-inch reach. That's not that much. That he's not like a huge middleweight. Like Tafan's gonna have a lot of size on him, but this guy's a lot more technical than Tafan. Tafan's only got 5 pro fights, so that's the thing that worries me. This guy's his only loss in the UFC is to Anthony Hernandez, who submitted him with an anaconda choke back in 2019. He has 2 wins since then over Marc-Andre Barriault, who we covered recently, and John Phillips. He won both fights by unanimous decision. Tafan, the Don Ninchuqui. Time to get into him. 26 years old. Like we said, amazing how we've said this before. It's amazing how he even
makes 185.
185. Like this
Unreal.
guy is
Unreal.
absolutely insane.
He's fucking
over his amateur and professional career, he is 7-0. But still, it's like I'm sketched out by this fight because I feel like Park brings a bunch of fundamentals and a bunch of technique into the game that hasn't really been in court, like that Ninchuqui hasn't gotten to yet. He's still young into his MMA journey. This guy is an absolute killer, don't get me wrong. But Park does scare me. So I'm going to advise to not bet on this fight, but I'm going to take Tafan by knockout.
I am going to say the same exact thing as you, Dan. I totally agree. Park 2-1 in the UFC, both wins by decision, coming off a win over John Phillips, where he just took him down with ease and ended up with 13 minutes and 11 seconds worth of control time. Just a crazy number, and outstruck him 260-13 total strikes.
That's what's going to happen if you take somebody down and just pound on them for 3 rounds, you know?
Yeah, it showed. The numbers. I was looking at the stats. I was like, oh, poor John Phillips.
That's why this fight scares me. And it's why I want to stay away from, because I'm really high on Tafan. But like at the same time, it's like this other guy might just take him down and beat the shit out of him for 3 rounds, you know?
That's what I'm saying. I usually would like to bet on a Tafan fight because they're always like exciting. But like, I'm not going to touch this. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I would advise to not touch this.
No, don't go near it. Park's got a plus 1.34 striking differential, 3.4 takedowns per fight at 64% accuracy. Tafan and Ninchuqui, 2-0 in the UFC, has an extensive Muay Thai record, 13-1, and he also held 5 belts at that time. He's got a plus 3.28 striking differential, crazy punching power, and huge size for the division, like Dan said. He used to fight at 205, and he was big there. So it just goes to show you. He's going to have a 4-inch reach advantage. And when you see a guy that looks like Ninchuqui, you would expect him to gas out early, but he actually he's got decent conditioning for a guy that is like that big, and that's rare to see. You see a lot of guys like Alonzo Menafield, you know, like gas out somewhat early on, and he like a guy that size.
Yeah, like bigger guys like that.
Yeah, but he does this thing. It's surprisingly good. Park obviously is going to try to take down Ninchuqui. I expect him to do it early on to try to just get him to wear out. But I still think Ninchuqui's striking is elite, and he's going to be able to stop Park.
I mean, I think that he's so strong, he's just going to grab he's going to be able to stuff some of the, at least a good amount of those takedowns.
Yeah.
Especially while he's fresh early on in the fight. Maybe as the fight wears on, it might go to Park's favor. But early on, I'm gonna give advantage to Tafan Ninchuqui all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're in agreement there. We're both taking Tafan Ninchuqui, but be careful, be hesitant. Maybe hedge it if you do want to bet on it. But yeah. That'll move us into the next one: Christian Aguilera versus Carlston Harris. Connor, you want to take this one?
Sure, dude. Aguilera has a 14-7 record, 1-1 in the UFC, coming off a submission loss from Sean Brady. He wins mostly by KO. He has 10 KOs, TKOs in his career. He's taken on Carlston Harris, who's making his UFC debut, who has a 15-4 MMA record. He's riding a 3-fight winning streak, all by finish. But wins mostly by decision, but he has been picking it up as of recently. Like rallying together, a couple of finishes. I think it was 2 KOs and a sub. He's coming off a submission victory to Saigid Izagamev, who had a 17-1 record.
Isaac Kamev.
Yeah, is that it?
Izagamev.
Yeah, well, yeah, what Dan said. But then I started looking into this guy. This guy's ranked 11th in Russia, and that's over 1,000 welterweight out of 1,000 welterweights, according to Tapology. And he, is that's solid competition. He also has wins over Carl Harris. He also has wins over Mikel Pereira and Willington Turman. I really like Harris in this one, and I think I'm just gonna ride with him to a decision victory. I kind of see him just outpointing Aguilera. But this one's tough.
Yeah. I don't think it's that tough. I think I got Harris all day in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty confident in it as well. I like it's just because I don't like how I guess Sean Brady's a different type of animal, I guess.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
But Christian Aguilera did not look the best in that fight, you know?
No, not at all.
But he did have a nice knockout win in his first fight in the UFC. So he is I don't know. It is kind of tough actually now that I'm thinking about it more. But it's tough. It's at least tougher than originally I thought, but I'm going to take Carlston Harris in this. I think he's just got it. I think he's got it going for him. He seems to be really hitting his stride in his MMA career, and he's already gotten he's already fought high level competition.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
All over the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, like he fought in January, so May it's like the perfect turnaround for him. Aguilera hasn't fought since August of last year, where he got finished by Sean Brady. So I'm gonna ride with Harris in this fight. I don't even see the odds for this fight right now.
Really?
Wait, no, Carlston Harris is a -145 favorite. I really like those odds actually. So
yeah, I'm actually more confident, after hearing you say that. So maybe I will put him in a couple of parlays.
Yeah, we'll see, or at least one.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. We're agreeing on that one. We're both doing Carlston Harris.
The next one, I have if there's one fight to not bet on this fight card, it's this one.
You're getting the grossest fights this time we're recording. You're getting this one and the Ben Rothwell fight.
Oh my god, it's just okay. So let's just get into it. Maurice Greene has been nothing but honestly disappointing.
Hot garbage.
Like there was a time I thought Maurice Greene was nasty, you know? Like, yeah, back in like 2019, I know he lost in the Ultimate Fighter, but it was Tawana Spino who you see is
he's fucking good.
He's really fucking good. He ended up winning the season. He started off his UFC career with 3 straight wins. He finished one via triangle. He went to decision once, albeit it was split to Jeff Hughes, and then he had a knockout over Junior Albini. Since then, he's lost 3 of his last 4 to Sergey Pavlovich, Alexei Olenek, and Greg Hardy, with his only win in the last 4 fights being against Gian Vellante, who is kind of more of a light heavyweight. Marcos Rogerio de Lima, on the other hand. Also keep in mind, actually, Maurice Greene is 6'7" with an 82-inch reach. But
yeah, his body type is perfect, but his skills just aren't there.
Yeah. Yeah. So Marcos Rogerio de Lima, he was the guy that got forearm choked by Romanov. A couple fights ago. He's also been submitted by Stefan Struve. He got OSP choked. He's been in the UFC for a while now. He wins most of his fights by. He's actually been in the UFC since 2015, 14, which is pretty crazy. He has some pretty big wins in his career too. He's got a win over Igor Perzayak, Clint Hester, Ultimate Fighter alumni, Jeremy Kimball, and Ben Sassoli, another Ultimate Fighter alum. But it seems like when he does fight higher level competition, Stefan Struve, Alexander Romanov, OSP, Nikita Krylov, he gets submitted in those fights. Maurice Greene has the ability to submit people. So I'm gonna take Maurice Greene by submission, I think, in this fight of all things. But I'm very, very unconfident, and will say that Maurice Greene knockout is also another thing that I was stuck between the two.
Right.
I think this fight's. I would bet on just the finish in this fight.
Right.
One of them's getting finished.
I can see that.
Two of them are elite at heavyweight. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. Totally. Mo Greene, I'm gonna tell you why I respect Mo Greene. Since 2019, he's fought 6 times. He's like one of the most active heavyweights on the roster.
Crochet boss, bro.
Yeah, he might not be. It might not all be wins even, but like he's getting out there and he's fighting 3 times a year, which I really that's great to see. That being said, though, he's 1-3 in those last 4, knocked out twice, subbed once. He's got that 80-inch reach. He's gonna have a 5-inch reach advantage in this fight too. But like I said before, the body type is there, but his skills and athleticism like just aren't really there. And he's taken on Marcus Rogerio de Lima, 2-2 in his last 4, coming off a loss to Alexander Romanov. He's got a plus 1.25 striking differential. Wins mostly by KO, has 13 KOs out of 17 wins. His last 6 losses have all been subs, including his tough exhibition loss, which is just you got to
Juan Espino, who's one of the greatest heavyweight submission artists alive.
But like you got to like learn some submission defense or something, dude. Come on.
Yeah, especially over that time period.
Yeah, it's been 2014, so it's 7 years. But that being said, I'm gonna pick De Lima in this one. I just don't. I can't trust Mo Greene. I don't know. I would
trust either of them. That's why I'm just gonna say choose the under.
Yeah, I feel like I might trust De Lima's striking a little bit more than like Mo Greene's game, but I don't know. That one's tough. Yeah. It's gross. That's the gross one. One of the more grosser ones on this.
I mean, yeah, it's not. It's a little gross. But all right, yeah, I guess we're splitting on that one, and that'll move us right into the next one. I'll cover it. We got Zaruk Adashev versus Brian Benoit. Zaruk Adashev, the Lion. This guy's 3-3 in his MMA career. Just keep that in mind. He's 0-2 in the UFC so far with losses to Tyson Nam, where he got knocked out, and to Sue Matajari. So this is his last chance to really do something right now. He's only 28 though, so he's got time. I think he came into the UFC a bit early. Ryan Benoit, babyface Ryan Benoit, 31 years old. I mean, this is a flyweight fight, so like both of these fighters are kind of gross, you know, like looking at Benoit's record, he lost to Tim Elliott his last fight. Before that, he lost a split decision to Haile Atalang. Lost to then he won a fight but that his last win is back in 2017. That's the part that concerns me. It was a head kick finish in the UFC, but he lost to Brandon Moreno before that. That was before Brandon Moreno is who he is now. Like now Brandon Moreno, I think, finishes him. Combined record, Jesus, we're at 13-10 for both of these guys. It's just this fight, it's like another one. It's just like I don't know. I'm not confident in either of them, but I'm definitely not confident in Ryan Benoit after his last couple fights. I'm gonna take Adashev. I know he's got very limited experience, but this is his last shot, and he wants to stay in the UFC, and this like these Uzbekistan and all these other like all these other guys like
from the Middle East.
Middle East and Eastern Europe and Africa, they're all just kind of killing the game right now. So I see him. I think he's made some improvements since his last fight, and he fought Sumadajeri in his last fight. So like
He's tough.
that's no easy fight by any means.
Nah.
So I'm gonna take Adashev in this fight, but like I said, this is like I got stuck with so far. I haven't been stuck with the greatest betting fights, but yeah, I'm gonna take Adashev. I'm probably gonna bet on him too.
Oh, really? This is battle of the ugliest records. I'm gonna agree with you on that part, Dan. Ryan Benoit 1-3 in his last 4, fighting scarcely, only fighting 3 times since 2017. Minus 0.5 striking differential, only 41% striking accuracy, but he's gonna have a 3.5 inch reach advantage. Fighting Saturday, he's taking on Zaruk Adashev, 0-2 in the UFC, 3-3 record. He does have a 16-3 kickboxing record.
Who?
Zaruk Adashev.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has a kickboxing and sambo background, so like it's not like he's completely fresh to the sport. Like he has backgrounds.
Mm-hmm. And like Dan said before, he was just outclassed by Sumaderji in his last fight. This fight is gross, but I feel like Benoit has the more well-rounded game that we've seen.
Probably.
We haven't seen anything from Muderji, from Adashev, excuse me. And so I'm just gonna go with Benoit in this one. He has fought great competition, high level competition. Just not crazy about this one, but I'm just gonna ride with Benoit.
I mean, yeah, it's not a bad call.
Yeah, that one is. You said you're gonna bet on that one. I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna bet on that one.
I might bet on it. I don't know. The next one is going to be interesting though, so I'm gonna let you get into it.
All right, the next one, Phil Hawes versus Kyle Dawkis. Phil Hawes 3-1 under the UFC umbrella, a 6-fight winning streak. He's a wrestler, gets 3 takedowns a fight. He's got a plus 1.63 striking differential. Really heavy hands. 9 out of his 10 fights have been finishes, mostly by KO. He's taken on Kyle Dawkis, who's 2-1 under the UFC umbrella. He's finished 8 out of 10 fights, all by submission. His only loss coming from Brendan Allen back in 2019, I think it was. He's got a plus 1.53 striking differential at 60% accuracy. Gets 2.3 takedowns per fight with 94% takedown defense. He's only been taken down once on 17 attempts.
Who, Dawkis?
Yeah. This fight is really interesting. Both guys have great grappling, just little like wrestler jiu-jitsu. Dawkis has got some great jiu-jitsu. Hawes definitely has the power on his side. Dawkis has the volume and dangerous with those submissions, like I said. I'm going to ride with Dawkis in this one. This one's going to be a great fight, though. And also what bothers me a little bit, why I'm picking Dawkis is I've seen Hawes slow a bit as the fight goes on, and Dawkis just keeps it up the whole time. He's always throwing, great cardio. So I'm riding with Dawkis, decision win.
I think that I'm gonna disagree, but I see exactly where you're coming from, and this is another fight that, like, I'm sorry for saying stay away from so many of these fights, but the UFC again did a great job on this card because I don't fucking know who's gonna win. You know, even after fucking doing all this tape studying, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, because Hawes has that power to put Dawkis away for sure. Like, without a doubt, he can knock Dawkis out. But at the same time, Dawkis is the more technical and the more skilled fighter at the end of the day, and definitely has the submission advantage. But Megatron's fucking nasty, dude. He's a lot more green to the sport, even though they have about the same amount of fights. But yeah, it's tough. He and the only loss in the UFC umbrella he's had was he got finished by Julian Marquez in 2017. He lost via head kick, but he's won his last 3. He finished 2 of them in the first round. Within the first 2 minutes of the first round, he finished 1 in 18 seconds against Jacob Malkoun. And Jacob Malkoun looked pretty good recently in his last fight. He surprised us all.
He
You
did.
know,
I was shitting on him bad.
so it shows that some of these guys with not with not that extensive of a record can win. So I'm gonna go with Megatron in this fight, but again, it's a hesitant one. I might throw a little parlay on, like, this is it's something to maybe hedge, honestly. Um, you can bet decision, and then you could bet Hawes knockout.
It's a good idea.
You know, I think that's both of the way this fight is gonna go.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, great. We're disagreeing. Dan's going Hawes. I'm going Kyle Dawkis. Next one, Diego Ferreira versus Gregor Gillespie. This one's you, right, Dan?
No, it's you.
This one's me too.
Yeah, I took the Benoit and the Greene one.
Oh, okay, my bad. Oh, swag. Thanks. Ferreira.
We got Ben Rothwell next.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm waiting for that one. I actually like Big Ben. Ferreira coming off his first loss to Beneil Dariush. First loss since 2016, and was riding a 6-fight winning streak. He's got a plus 1.6 striking differential. He's going to have a 3-inch reach advantage this weekend, too. Wins mostly by sub and decision, has 7 of each. Taking on Gregor Gillespie, who's coming off his first career loss. Also, he's coming off his first career loss, excuse me, not also. To Kevin Lee, where he was KO'd in the first round. And he was riding a 13-fight winning streak at the time. He's finished 11 out of 13 fights. He's like a takedown wizard, averages 7 takedowns a fight over the course of his last 7 fights at 47% accuracy, just crazy numbers. Yeah. He's got a plus 1.44 striking differential. This is a really great matchup. I'm gonna say it again. I don't think I'm gonna be betting on this one. It's so close. I can see it going either way. So I don't think I'll be betting on this one, but I'm gonna go with Gillespie.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree. I like Gillespie was supposed to oh my god, I think the spell. Was supposed to fight Brad Riddell recently, who is a dope kickboxer. Diego Ferreira is a step up from Riddell, in my opinion. He's coming off of a split decision loss to Beneil Dariush, and honestly, it was a pretty close fight. And if I'm not mistaken, hang on, let me check this. Yeah, Diego Ferreira is ranked 12th in the UFC rankings. He's finished Anthony Pettis. He has a bunch, like, he's beat Jared Gordon, Kyle Nelson, Rustin Khabilov. Like, he's been some pretty solid guys.
Oh, yeah.
He's finished some pretty solid guys. Like, he finished Jared Gordon within 2 minutes. He fought Beneil Dariush twice, actually. Lost both fights.
Yeah.
Going back to 2014, he came into the UFC strong with wins over Colton Smith and Ramsey Nijem, if you remember that crazy guy from The Ultimate Fighter. Guy used to always take his pants off.
Who is it?
Ramsey Nijem.
Oh, Ramsey Nijem. Yeah. No, he was good, actually, Ramsey Nijem.
He was.
He won, didn't he?
No, he got knocked out by Tony Ferguson in the finale.
Oh, of course. There we go. Yeah, but he was good. He was a good fighter.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Fortis MMA alum. I really do like Diego Ferreira. I think he's very slept on and very underrated.
Agreed.
So it's a fairly tough one to call, but I'm gonna take Diego in this one, and I think I'm gonna bet on him as well.
I might throw it on Gillespie. I don't know. I probably won't actually. I said I wasn't going to. I'm probably not going to. But with the possible 3 main events, I'm confident in all 3 of my picks. I promise you. So
Yeah,
they'll come back.
So to get our last one, that's definitely not going to be a main event.
What?
We got Ben Rothwell and Felipe Lins, Philip Lins. Yeah, this fight is kind of gross.
Gross. You're being nice.
It is gross.
It's gross.
I don't even want to do my tape study breakdown. We've all seen Big Ben Rothwell fight.
Been around forever.
Felipe Lins is solid competition, but nothing crazy. He got knocked out by Tanner Boser and lost to Andre Arlovsky in 2020. So that's not saying much. But Big Ben Rothwell also lost to Andre Arlovsky in 2019. So I don't know. I'm gonna take Lins, but this fight sucks. Really? I'm not going any further.
Yeah.
I'm staying away from this.
Yeah, big.
I know I said to stay away from a lot, but this is my number one stay away from.
That's good.
Don't even touch this.
Yeah. Big Ben Rothwell is he's an enigma, dude. He's an enigma wrapped around a big fat guy. He's 2-3. Since returning in 2019 from suspension from roiding up, coming off a unanimous decision loss from Marcin Tybura. Pretty good competition. He's got an iron chin, and I cannot stress this enough. This guy has an iron chin, and he is tough as nails. Hasn't been knocked out in 10 years, and he's fighting elite competition that entire time.
And as a heavyweight,
heavyweight, I can't stress to you more how tough this guy is. And I don't think he gives everyone a good fight too. It's not easy to fight him, no matter who you are in the heavyweight division. He's got a -1 striking differential. Has only been taken down 1 time since 2013. He's taken on Felipe Lins, former LFA $1 million tournament winner, but is currently 0-2 in the UFC, coming off a KO loss from Tanner Boser, like Dan said. Also has a -1 striking differential. Bet a nice KO. And Lins wins mostly by KO also. And is probably going to be at a 30-pound weight disadvantage. He weighs about 235, and Big Ben Rothwell weighs 265.
Yeah, but Ben Rothwell fought an OSP at heavyweight when OSP tried to do a heavyweight run, and that fight was pretty gross as well.
Yeah, no. You're not saying much, but I'm gonna go with just the bigger guy in this one, Big Ben. I think
I'll take Lins because he trains out of American Top Team.
Oh, that's why.
It's not.
I don't know. I don't see Lins finishing him, and I think that Big Ben could.
I mean, Lins could finish him. These are heavyweights. Anybody could get dropped.
I know, but it's just that iron chin I'm talking about, man.
I mean, Mark Hunt had an iron chin, but we've seen him get knocked out.
Yeah, he did. But we haven't seen him get nicked, whatever it is. I can't speak.
Ben Rothwell?
Yeah, we haven't seen it in so long. You just forget it. You wipe it from your memory. It's like it never happened.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're disagreeing.
I'm happy to get that fight over with.
Yeah, Dan's going Lins. I'm going Rothwell. Which one should we do next?
I think you want to do the Battle of the Neals?
I'll do the Neal versus Neal.
Yeah, Neal versus Neal.
All right, so Neal's coming off. No, Jeff Neal's coming off his first UFC loss to Wonder Boy. He's 6-1 in the UFC.
He was outclassed in that fight.
Outclassed. He's a powerful striker. Wins mostly by KO. His striking differential is even. He's got 92% takedown defense. Only being taken down once.
It was above even before he fought Wonder Boy, though.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, definitely.
Wonder Boy outstruck him by a lot.
A lot, yeah. I think it was 60 or something like that. 60 significant strikes or something, 40. Somewhere. He's
That does a lot to skew the stats.
oh yeah, he's stuffed 14 out of his 15 takedowns attempted on him. Honestly, in my opinion, one of the more overlooked fighters on the UFC roster, if not the most. He's kind of like how Bilal Muhammad was, but Bilal rose actually recently. He's getting more to the limelight, more recognition. I think that Jeff Neal is like one more fight away from people finally realizing how good he actually is. But he is going to have his hands full taking on Neal Magny, 4-2 since 2018, and is coming off a loss from Michael Chisea, where Chiesa dominated him. He's just dominated him.
I didn't see that coming. I had Magny in that fight.
I had my boy, my Michael Chisea. Sorry, Mike, I can't say your name, buddy.
Chiesa.
He's gonna have a 5-inch reach advantage and a plus 1.62 striking differential. Gets nearly 2.5 takedowns a fight. 5 out of his last 6 wins have come by unanimous decision. It's been winning, like, not really finishing too much lately, which I don't really like to see. Fighter kind of slows down maybe a tad. Magny was knocked out by Santiago Ponzinibbio, and Magny had a 7-inch reach advantage on him. So I don't think the reach advantage is like too much to look at, even though it is big, 5 inches. I think Magny is more well-rounded fighter out of the two. That being said, I think Jeff Neal's striking is way too much for him, and I think Neal's able to finish him.
I mean, I could agree more.
Yeah.
Cool. I'd love Neal Magny. He went on that he went on like a sick run at one point, I feel like.
Yeah, man.
7 or 8 fights in a row. And he looked really good. He beat like Tim Means, a bunch of other people in that run. Then he got choked out by Damian Maia, beat Eric Silva, beat Kelvin Gastelum, beat Hector Lombard, like this, beat Johnny Hendricks, has a win over Carlos Condit. Like, this guy has a great career, a win over Robbie Lawler as well. But Jeff Neal, just hands of steel, is just different, man. Like, he is real. They both fight out of really good camps, Fortis MMA and Elevation Fight Team. Jeff Neal finished Nico Price. Nico Price doesn't get finished. Jeff Neal also beat Bilal Muhammad. People don't beat Bilal Muhammad. He knocked out Mike Perry. People don't knock out Mike Perry. Like, I don't know. Like, that's like, he's different, man. Like, there's something different about Jeff Neal, and I think he puts Neal Magny away relatively quickly.
Yeah, I totally, dude. Totally.
Like, first, second round, he'll catch him with a big left. Obviously, because
I'm seeing it already. Yeah, I'm already picturing it in my head. You know, he's gonna win. Coming off that loss too, like, where he just didn't look good, and people started talking.
The UFC overstepped him in competition.
I think so.
You know, they didn't rise, like, you know, it wasn't a steady rise. It was just like, bump, you're fighting Wonder Boy, and Wonder Boy just outclassed him.
Yeah. This is much better for him. Much better fight.
Yeah, much better for him, and I think Jeff Neal gets it done.
Yeah, definitely able to bounce back. We're both going Jeff Neal. I'm gonna move right into the next one, Dan. Amanda Hebass versus Angela Hill. Take it away. His heart is broken.
My heart is already broken because one of them is gonna lose. I'm gonna predict a draw, so everybody ends up happy at the end of the day.
That would be our first draw prediction.
Would be. My heart wants a draw, but yeah, these these are two of my top 3 female fighters in general.
Yeah.
With Alexa Grasso being one of the 3.
What about Tatiana Suarez?
What
about Tatiana Suarez?
Tatiana Suarez. It's a top 4 list that they're all combined as like number 1. I love watching all of them. Like, this, it's not counting champs. It's like, because you know how I love Rose, but Amanda Hebass coming off that TKO loss to Marina Rodriguez after she definitely dominated her in the first round. She got caught in the second round and ended up getting put away. Some argued that the stoppage was a little early but I think it was justified at the end of the day. It didn't look like Hebass was gonna make it out of there.
No.
Angela Hill, on the other hand, great striker, has improved drastically in all areas of her game, all around too. She's good in the clinch. She's good on the ground, but nowhere near she's nowhere near the level of a ground fighter that Amanda Hebass is. Amanda Hebass is one of the best fighters on the ground on the roster. And that's a fact. I mean, like you see Mackenzie Dern right now making that huge climb into the top 5. But Amanda Hebass holds a dominating win over her.
Yeah.
And that was what, like a year ago? Like,
that was recent. Yeah.
I'm checking the date on it. It was October of 2019. Amanda Hebass landed 2 takedowns, outstruck her 74-20 en route to a unanimous decision. She took Mackenzie Dern down, and Mackenzie Dern wasn't able to do anything about it. That goes to show how good Amanda Hebass is. Amanda Hebass also then dominated Randa Marcos and then submitted Paige Van Zandt very quickly into their fight. Again, just absolute nasty when it comes to submissions. I think that it breaks my heart I hate the UFC, the MMA gods for making this fight happen because they're both so positive and likable people. I don't want to see either of them lose, but my money's on Hebass on this one. She's gonna bounce back. Like I said, I think she's got potential championship. I think she's still better than Mackenzie Dern, to be completely honest with you.
I'll agree with you.
Yeah, so top 5 in the future. She's got to beat Hill, and I think she will.
Yeah. Also, this is a tough one for me too, Dan. I like both of them. Angela Hill,
they're so likable.
Yeah.
You gotta love both of them.
And also, I'll tell you why I respect Angela Hill so much. Fought 9 times since 2019.
Hell yeah, she's so active,
dude. She went 5-4, but she's 2-2 in her last 4. And I know that Michelle Waterson fight, Dan always goes, no, she didn't lose that Michelle Waterson fight. She beat her. But 2-2 in her last 4.
That Michelle Waters, she won that Michelle Waterson fight. I don't.
Fight was those judges, man. Those terrible judges. She averages 5.6 strikes per minute, 50% accuracy, 64% striking defense, 76% takedown defense. Just very well rounded. But she's taken on Amanda Hebass, 4-1 in her UFC career, coming off her first loss to Marina Rodriguez, where she was KO'd. It was tough to watch. She does have a
TKO. It wasn't a KO.
Oh, I'm sorry. Her chin is still iron. She's got a +2.
That's what I was
2.47 striking differential. And 71% striking defense. Very elusive on the feet. She's in, she's out. She'll hit you. She's out of there, out of reach. Averages 2.3 takedowns per fight, 85% takedown defense. I think she's just better wherever the fight goes. And I'm definitely taking it. Yeah, I think Hebass definitely takes it.
Yeah, I give on the feet the advantage to Angela Hill, and by fairly decently, but I give a pretty big ground advantage to Hebass. I think Hebass takes her down and possibly subs her.
I think you don't think she's better than Hill on the feet?
No.
Really? I think that she is.
I think Angela Hill is a beast on the feet.
She is. I
don't think Hebass is decent on the feet, but where she shines is her judo and her jiu-jitsu.
For sure. She's her ground game is ridiculous.
It's on another level. It's almost on Mackenzie Dern's level. Well, her judo was able to completely neutralize Mackenzie Dern to one-sided unanimous decision. But yeah.
Oh yeah, we're agreeing, Dan. We're both going to Amanda Hebass, moving right into the main.
I love you.
The possible main event: Marina Rodriguez versus Michelle Waterson. Dan, take it away.
All right, so we got Marina Rodriguez, who's coming off of breaking my heart, beating Amanda Hebass in that TKO.
Brutal.
Man, I'm still heartbroken over that one. I cried for 2 days.
You picking Michelle out of spite?
What?
Are you picking Michelle out of spite now?
No, I'm actually going the opposite. So, what's it called? She lost a split decision to Carla Esparza in 2020. I feel like everybody loses split decisions to Carla Esparza. Carla Esparza has zero stand up and has dope wrestling. So you can kind of paint the picture of how that fight went. What's it called? Also had a draw to Cynthia Calvillo. What is Cynthia Calvillo? Also another wrestler.
Yep.
Michelle Waterson is actually somebody that stands up. 34 years old for Marina Rodriguez, and Michelle Waterson's a little bit, she's 35, but she's been in a lot more fights. I feel like 18, actually maybe not. They're both like, Michelle Waterson's more of a women's MMA pioneer, you know, and she's
for sure
at a very high level. Oh look, they both had split decision losses to Carla Esparza.
That happened. You said it, Dan. It happens.
It happens. Michelle Waterson lost to Joanna and Jacek also. But then before that, she had a 3-fight winning streak over Courtney Casey, Felice Herrig, and Carolina Kolokiewicz. But before that, she lost to Tisha Torres and Rose Namajunas. She seems to be, I hate to say it because Michelle Waterson is great, and I'm a fan. Like, she's just another cool, like, you know, positive, cool person. But Marina Rodriguez is scary.
Yeah.
Her Muay Thai striking is actually nasty. She put away Amanda Hebass. Like, not like Pollyanna Viana did it too, but still, like, it was a TKO, but it was still hard to watch.
It was.
Dominated. Marina Rodriguez is a scary, scary woman. I think she wins a technical battle in route to a unanimous decision victory. Waterson's very polished on the feet. She's got that like karate type of style. She's good at not getting hit, but at the end of the day, Marina Rodriguez, I think, will outpoint her and get more out of the exchanges for a unanimous decision, 49, 46, 48, 47 type deal.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take a round or two for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I totally agree. I don't even know. Can't even add too much to that.
Even if I don't know if it's going 5 rounds because this is super late notice, you know?
Yeah, I wonder.
The UFC does that, you know, like if the main event gets canceled, they make the new main event 3 rounds, which sucks for us.
Yeah, for sure. That does. And I think I would give the advantage in the later rounds to Waterson. She's been there so much.
That's what I'm saying. She's fought so many 5-round fights.
Yeah.
But I think
that's something to watch.
Yeah, I got Marina Rodriguez, even though she broke my heart.
Yeah. Rodriguez 3-1-1 in their last 5, coming off that KO win over Amanda Hebass that broke.
Don't say that.
A plus 1.7 striking differential. Her only loss in her professional career coming from Carla Esparza, and that split decision loss that Dan also said. She's kind of a 3-inch reach advantage this weekend, taking on Michelle Waterson, 3-2 in her last 5. She's got a negative striking differential. And she does win mostly by submission, but I totally agree with you, Dan. Miranda Rodriguez on the feet is just better. And I think I see a finish. I honestly do. I could see it.
Really?
I like I said before, I don't know if I said this on camera or off camera to you, but I only see Michelle Waterson going lower. You know, she's ranked around 10. And I don't really see her ever beating the people in front of her again. I think that she's just on a down slope. And I think Marina Rodriguez is rising.
The competition has caught up to her.
Yeah.
You have people like Amanda Hebass in the UFC now, people like that. And I hate to say it, I blame the loss that Amanda Hebass suffered against Marina Rodriguez to the changing of opponents.
Who was it?
So I'll read to you what actually happened that night. She was expected to face Carla Esparza.
Okay.
Then Esparza withdrew. So then she was expected to fight Michelle Waterson.
Okay.
Then Waterson withdrew.
Okay.
And then she got replaced by Marina Rodriguez. And like
that's a lot.
3 different opponents to be training for in like in a month span. You get to like you have 3 different opponents you're training for.
Yeah, that's not right.
It's like
you're badass for taking them too.
Yeah, like I again, this is my Amanda Hebass bias. I love her. If you guys are newer, we do have an inside joke between us.
Inside joke. Yeah, it's such an inside joke.
Not an inside joke. She has ordered a 100-foot restraining order against me.
Yeah, Dan can't be within 100. And also, no, never mind. But
are you about to say schools? Dude, come on. Like, that's not me. I love it, man.
I didn't say anything.
You were about to say it. I saw it. I'm no creep, guys. I just love Amanda.
I didn't say that.
No, you're a fucking.
I didn't even say.
You started to say it. I knew it was coming from you. Man. I guess we'll keep that in there.
Yeah, you might as well.
Listen, you can check the database if you really want. There are no prohibitions against me staying away from school. So
why don't you go drop your social so they can look you up in the database?
Listen, it's at No Brainer MMA.
All right,
Amanda Hebass, hit me up sometime.
All right. Did we say that we were going with we were agreeing on Marina Rodriguez?
I don't know. Everything went downhill after you were about to say that.
I didn't say anything, but we both agreeing on Marina Rodriguez. Great. Oh, last week I just want to say me and Dan both went 8-2 and 1.
I love that 80%. I'm swimming at that 80% this year.
Yeah, I think that we should have said that in the beginning. I totally forgot to mention that. But yeah, 80%. You want to pick me? 80%. You want to pick Dan? 80%. Either way, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
Win-win-win because we win, both of us, and they win.
Take the ones we're confident in. Yeah. Fights that I am not very confident in on this card.
Yeah, the middle got a little sketchy, but like the beginning I liked and the end I liked.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I'll go back and look at the card in full, but yeah, I like the beginning.
Klein. We both said Ninchuqui.
Every fight after Phil Hawes, I feel pretty good about those last 5.
Every fight after Phil Hawes. Okay. Every fight Magny, the Neal versus Neal and on, I really like those 4, which is still good.
Is that including Gillespie or no?
No, I don't. That's a close fight to me. That's a close fight.
I got Diego, man.
I know. I can't go against Gillespie.
I know you're a big Gillespie fan.
I am a big Gillespie fan. Grappling is crazy, unreal.
Yeah.
Like my man Marab Davashvili this weekend. Unreal.
Long Island
guy. Nah, he's from Georgia, but yeah, Long Island.
Hey, he trades out of here and he's boys with Aljo.
Yeah. Fuck Aljo.
Fuck Aljo. He's been acting a fool.
Yeah. Get me started.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right. We're done here.
No Brainer MMA. Signing off. My record's clean.
His record's clean.